that, of course, Mr. Herrmann came from radio.
Yes.
Mr. Goldsmith had done some radio also, but I know that Mr. Herrmann had always small ensembles and
Yes.
sometimes even chose small. We'll do this with three trombones or
Yes.
this one with just percussion. And I had read, and we didn't research this yesterday, perhaps someone could fill in about Mr. Goldsmith, that was it Playhouse 90 where he was playing the Novachord. He was doing live television, Goldsmith was.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
believe he was actually playing, he was sort of one of the players
Yeah.
and they were doing it live or something. So,
The lovely thing about that was, TV basically came into prominence late 40s, early 50s. And when I did the interviews on the Twilight Zone Companion, everyone I talked to was saying we were inventing the medium. So there was
mm,
no tradition of what to do. We were coming up with it. And so
yeah,
there was no idea that was too where someone would say, well, we know from doing this for 30 years that that idea won't work because no one had done it. Everyone was on an equal footing of, well, let's give this a shot. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's be inventive. And there was a great sense of experimentation, even with the older. I mean, Bernard Herrmann, I think, is as experimental as the younger composers who were also working on Twilight Zone. And when you talk about that dovetailing with radio, the CBS, of course, was one of the great radio networks as well, and a lot of the music that they would commission would then become stock in their music libraries. So Bernard Herrmann,
yeah,
some of the music that you hear of his in Twilight Zone was actually stock from from compositions he'd done for things like the radio version of Brave New World on CBS Radio Workshop,
yeah.
a few years earlier, and that gave it a consistency, an artistic consistency that really I think served the show extremely well.